Hello guys and welcome to session 62 of Pokerole. It is a session that is late and I'm sorry for that. There's a lot of things coming up, but that's okay because we're playing now. And with that, I'll let Car go ahead and fast track us because he wanted to do that.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to fast track us. Because brain and the fact I don't actually write down notes. So, last session, relatively long story short, Riley came back. Which was a huge point for a majority of the session, and we ended out the festival. People got to enjoy the fact that their teammate is around again. And the next day, after everybody finished breakfast and morning activities, went to see Pangoro, who congratulated them on finishing their hiatus of duty, so to speak, even though that's not the exact words that were used. And he ushered in Dose, the Doublade, who is one of the local knights, ? It wasn't exactly elaborated particularly well. Who then issued a challenge that had been dictated by the leader of their team, a quote-unquote Sir Cheval, who wanted an honor duel for the besmirching of one of his squire's honor, which Riley at the very least remembered was the hone edge that y'all stuck in the ground way back when you were going to help Prince Zeal.
Say y'all, it was kind of Riley that did that.
You all were party to it, mostly. But Pangoro also made it clear that you may want to leave some of your team behind to take care of tasks at your base, rather than take everybody on a mission. Not that he is stopping you from taking everyone on a mission, but, you know, DM not so subtly hinting at passive income and upkeep. Pangoro also let it slip that there is a troublesome ice type up north at the moment, which just so happens to be in the same direction as the gallantry, at least in accordance with
The poorly drawn map.
Yes, a very poorly drawn map. Which kind of leaves us where we are at the moment. You all are now free to pursue whatever mission you feel like pursuing. Which, helpfully, we now have a side quest card.
Which is more helpful than the stupid MS Paint thing I drew. Which also missed something.
I mean, I liked the thing you drew, it was just easier to use the card. It's fine, we can, do an MS Paint whiteboard thing another time.
It's alright. I was just screwing around at the end of last session.
Which is also fine. So far, the side quests are, in short, the Gallantry Challenge, V's Letter, which, to re-explain, V found a thing and wants Team Cheer's help with it because, well, they can't exactly bring all their employees with them on this. There's also...
They could, but they had to close up shop for a few days, and V would never do that.
Bingo! There's Mawow's Expedition that she's been wanting. but she's also not pressing any of you on that. There's the seamstress that you have heard about, but you don't know terribly much about. There's the troublesome ice type, and then there's the generic repeatable quests for Florence and for Miltank, of which Pangoro also basically let you guys know. Yeah, Miltank is buying up excess berries and things so she can use them for materials at the spa. And she will pay you for them.
I think we should just hoard them.
I mean, you can. There's nothing saying that you have to. It's an option. It's just like you don't need to tell Florence anything. Staring at the Riolu who wants guitar lessons.
I just want guitar, but not lessons. I just want a guitar. One thing at a time here, Buster Brown.
So, without further ado, there is now the general relative question of what you all want to be doing, and who you are leaving behind to do what. That said, there is technically a quote-unquote job board in the Club Pioneer HQ, but there's not an awful lot there, considering the number of pioneers that just grab things directly as they arrive. I believe we jokingly mentioned the Durant thing. Oh yes, and the
I
other
was
one last
looking-
time.
Well, I was looking for the 4-way split screen on where we can go next.
Wait, so there actually is a mission board. I don't think this has ever been completely addressed.
No, I don't think so either. Shit, we could
There
be
isn't
picking up
a
odd
real.
jobs.
There is not a real proper mission board, but they're generally like given to the Pioneering Club.
It's not a proper mission board. It's just like one of those cork boards you see in school where people put up little ads.
Yeah, kind
Other
of.
places do that too, actually. They're quite convenient corkboards.
They're basically quote-unquote nailed to the wall by the stairs. And I believe I mentioned the two that are there is the Durants that want help getting Heatmore driven away from their homes, and Heatmore that definitely don't want to invade the evil Durant spires to eat them. No, not any reason to do that whatsoever. This is a totally legitimate espionage act.
Like, I'm just throwing it out there. My vote is to go hunt down the ice type before they wander too far and we can't find them and lose the side quest.
I mean, you don't know that any of these are time sensitive.
Yeah, we don't know that. No one also knew that Max Payne 3 was basically one entire time-sensitive game. It still was.
I feel like it would be dishonorable to keep Gallantry waiting.
So? Who cares?
I mean, it's up to
The
you
gallantry
guys.
does.
I don't care about them.
And yes, Kyrio is right. There was a bit of a side thing where several of the characters had a talk kind of out in the hall in front of Pangoro's place before they decided to leave for somewhere more private. And it was emotional, to say the least.
Tucker, Riley, and Brooke, I believe, were the ones doing that. Or
Yes.
rather, us three RP'd it.
That was good.
Yeah.
So I guess we will ask our fearless leader what's next.
Brooke does bring, or Kyrio does bring up a point there. Yeah, Cat's kind of entirely out of the bag now after that.
Where's Rise?
I'm talking about Zeal.
I didn't know Rise was in a bag.
No, Zeal is out of the bag.
Oh. Zill is a cat too. I guess they could be out of a bag.
Yeah.
I would.
If anyone
I
needs to be
think.
in a
I think.
bag, it'd be Zeal.
I think Zill
Keep
would
in
be
mind.
in a bag first. Yes.
Okay, what if we delegate, like we send Zeal off to chase the ice types? Oh, we should send Zeal to confront Team Gallant.
That's a terrible idea.
I know, we should do it.
That's a terrible idea, and I will impose that one in and out of character. Thank you.
Though it actually is worth noting, will any of these missions disappear if we do another one first?
No.
Okay.
I mean, sure, we know they're out of character, but of all of these, it doesn't kind of feel like the troublesome ice type would disappear if we wait too long.
Well, you only receive some vague information about it.
Yeah, think of how vague the information will be if we wait even longer.
I get it. Kar says, well, you only receive vague information about it because that's code for the plot doesn't advance until the protagonist gets there, but he doesn't want to say that.
I mean, I can tie the plot into any of these if I want to.
Yeah, you
I
got
You
just-
gotta save the world now! Okay, I'll do that in 2 weeks after doing some grinding on those enemies over there.
Yeah, it's like the game where like the initial cutscene of like the big event doesn't actually start until you talk to the NPC.
Well, to be fair, there probably will be side quests that are time sensitive. I'm just not giving them to you at the moment.
This is
or
fair.
I am not saying which are.
This seems just to
I am not.
screen.
I'm not challenging your storyteller honor. I'm just covering the bases.
I know you are. Also, Kyrio is right. They do have a spreadsheet. I just have forgotten who is going where.
I don't think I have access to that spreadsheet or know where it is.
I'm gonna assume that Brooke has one of those, like, you know the boards like every conspiracy video has with like the strings connecting between pictures? Brooke has one of those, but it's just team members going to missions.
Oh.
Oh, I have a better idea. I'll take Zeal, and together we'll both reclaim our honors. We'll restore relations.
What?
Are you good?
Yeah.
What honor do you have to restore exactly there?
Second question, have you been drinking?
No, not today, actually. I last session, no, or maybe it was the session before last, I was drinking, and I was trying not to show it, but people were still saying drunk Ralph, and I'm like, how did they know?
The thing is, you always act like you're drunk.
I mean, I'm not acting drunk. I have some alcohol in the fridge.
Don't you dare. You put that bottle down.
It's a can, but yeah.
Ah, there it is. It was a Google Doc.
Oh, thank you. Oh, if
Yeah, I
click
feel
that.
like it would be hilarious if Ralph and Zeal went to talk to Gallant, like, what's up, we're here to restore honor and all that jazz, or your honor, however it works. And then Zeal would be like, I'm Zeal and this is my assistant.
I feel like, technically, out of anybody, you're probably the least likely lead restoring the honor, you and Zeal. I feel like all the rest of us here probably have honor to restore, but I don't think you two do.
So that would be why it would be hilarious.
I have to request access to this document. That's fair.
This is fine. In any case,
But if chasing down the eyesight might just be a team effort, so we might not want to split
is-
up for that. Plus, I got the thick fat to protect me from the ice.
There is one thing that Kyrio said. We kind of need more people before we can actually set people off on their own. Yeah, we have a bit of a skeleton crew at most right now, as far as auxiliary members go.
Yeah. We can't really assemble a full team without a full extra team.
So Brooke already figured out the arrangement for the 5 missions via spreadsheet. So
I mean, yeah, this all makes sense.
this makes sense. It seems logical.
I mean,
I'll go.
this. Yeah.
I'll go over it for the sake of the audience that can't see it. The recommended order, the recommended team order is such. For Gallantry, it's Brooke, Tucker, Riley, and Ralph, and Zeal and Hot Dog, but Lizard stays back and advantages the
It
base.
would probably be better off just saying who's staying behind.
Okay, shush. For V's letter, Zeal and Hot Dog stay behind with Hot Dog managing. Marvel's Expedition, Zeal and Hot Dog stay behind with Hot Dog managing. For Ice types, for the troublesome Ice types, Lizard and Hot Dog stay behind because don't bring the Fire types to the cold, I guess. Lizard base manages. Seamstress, only Hot Dog stays behind and manages the base. So basically 5 to 6 members per mission, with 1 to 2 staying behind. Which sounds logical.
Which is fine.
And also it makes sense that Kyrio / Brooke would figure this out, so by themselves. Because they are the leader.
Yeah, Hot Dog did request to not go to the mountain because it's cold.
You're proactive. I appreciate that. So where are we right now? In the we're just hanging out in the club, I think.
Yeah,
you all
where
are,
actually are we right now?
you all are at your personal HQ.
Oh, okay.
I guess we're at the meeting table, which we do actually have.
Actually,
Yes.
no, this music still kind of fits for now, so let's leave it on. But all right then. I need a more active HQ song at some point. So we are basically our group is discussing which mission to go on, and nobody has decided that yet.
Like, my vote is still to go and deal with this elusive ice type guy before he's even more elusive.
What were we told about the ice type again?
That they're not where they should be.
A boisterous ice type that is not where they should be.
That is a very
Yeah.
cryptic statement.
I'll
Northerly
add
direction.
boisterous to my notes.
That's a very important adjective. You gotta make sure it's part of the notes.
Like, we gotta get that out of the way before we lose track of the ice dude, and we can do something else afterwards. The sword's not going anywhere. They've waited for this long, they can wait a few more days.
Tucker
Oh,
doesn't.
son.
Assuming you're saying that in character, Tucker probably does seem to be humming at that, like that might be a little bit rude, but ultimately he does nod and comment. Well, most of these are just errands or things that can wait. That ice type, though, well, we don't have a lot of details, but if they're causing trouble, I guess that would be the worst thing here that we have to do. Probably the thing we should do first.
The dual request did also say at our earliest convenience. It ain't convenient, so we can wait.
That's a good point. Oh, hey, you think we get more of those snow cones the closer we get to the ice village? Or wherever we're going?
I don't think we're going to a village, Ralph.
Good stuff.
Tucker thinks about that for a second.
It's probably like the line we said.
Oh yeah, sure.
A bit too far.
Sure.
Hint, car.
Yes, I was about to. Not sure how much I care about the so-called knights, regardless, Brooke shrugs. I'm okay with putting them off.
I mean, you guys, I should try and get my map back from Tingo Tingo. That way we can have a map.
Tucker does pipe up to both Riley and Ralph's comments there. Actually, are there any villages up there? We should probably get a map and see what is going on up there. It might be good to establish some, well, dialogue with anybody that lives around there at least.
To be fair, Ralph has the Atlas, even though
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily show all that much.
Yeah, it doesn't have the Plains continent on it, as I understood. Like, the Plains continent information on it is sparse.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason he sketched up a map. Which he transcribed from a map Mawile had. So.
Copied.
The proper term is transcribe.
He's got you there, actually. That is proper.
Yeah, okay. Transcribing is just copying with a degree.
It's copying without technically being plagiarism. Woo!
How cold resistant are you, Brooke? Because if we are going up somewhere that's chilly, I mean, it's not like you have fur like the rest of us.
Oh, that's a good point. We should do like a coat or a scarf.
A toque or something.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Speaking of chili, gosh, I love chili.
Valuable head desk.
It's true. If you're heading up north and it's going to get cold, you may end up needing new garments. Or at least something to help protect you from the cold.
I mean, Riley's got a scarf on. It will be fine.
It's probably only cosmetic, but like Ralph has that coat thing.
You don't need it.
Yeah,
Like, you're
Ralph-
the only person who doesn't need it.
Yeah, Ralph is the only one who doesn't need it. I don't know that Brooke is part ice type at the moment.
Tucker ponders upon his maid outfit. Oh,
I'll give I'll put the coat around Brooke. Not right now though. I'll like see if it fits him.
It definitely won't.
No, it does
I
not.
mean, I'm bipedal, Brooke's bipedal. But Brooke's probably bigger than I am.
And as we all know, all humans.
He has spines.
And as we all know, all humans can wear the same exact clothes because they're all bipedal.
He's like 50% bigger than you are. He's got spines on the top of his head, not his back. There's no way.
Hey, shush.
I can't fault him for trying, but no, the coat is not big enough.
I will.
No. Sorry, I tried.
Tucker will ponder about his own outfit, but ultimately wriggle a little bit and check his fluff. He's probably fine without. To be fair, I think he's the floofiest.
I mean, he's not exactly up against some stiff competition here.
No, not really. Ralph's got some floof. Sort
Not
of.
really.
He's got blubber, so he's probably fine.
Yeah, I have the ability thick fat. Like, I, game mechanics wise, have a resistance to cold.
We're not weak against ice attacks, at least, but the weather would probably be rough. Oh, wait! Burke says, shuffling in his bag. I did end up buying a scarf from Kakuna recently. Yes, you did. Where is
Oh,
that?
did he?
Man, getting suckered into buying a scarf is coming in handy already.
Also, you do not need to hang on to the property deed. We'll assume that's in your office.
Key Squid, just to make it spell it out more, in case it wasn't clear. Key Squid said that if Charles wearing his maid outfit, he's got pretty good cold resistance. Tucker won't wear that though because he doesn't want to ruin another outfit after the one he ruined last time. And if he's going to be traipsing about in some hostile cold environment, then that's probably not going to work out too well. It's unlikely he will wear that again unless it can be modified. At least for combat purposes or adventure purposes.
And yes, Brooke does have the scarf in a garment slot at the moment.
Doesn't have text?
Just a...
Just gotta hover over it.
Just
yeah.
a name. It doesn't do anything.
At least your outfit item has a thing in the garment slot. Like, Riley's cloak doesn't even appear.
Well, you haven't... because it's an equip item, and you currently have the lucky egg equipped.
Yeah.
My cloak.
The bone is not garment, friend.
Cloak, I said.
Oh,
Oh,
cloak.
cloak. What cloak?
Oh, I
Please
thought...
see image.
Oh,
I
okay.
I'm wearing a cloak.
Sorry, I thought we were just combining that
I
with
mean,
the
that's
red
fair.
square.
I have the maid outfit as an item, and yeah, Brooke does have the.
I'm just saying, everyone else's clothes is a physical item, and mine's just sort of, I guess, is infused with my skin at this point.
All right, hold
yeah,
on,
it's
hold
just
on.
a cosmetic skin. Like my tie, it's just a cosmetic.
It's just there. We prestiged once to get an unlocked a bonus outfit.
Look,
There.
I'm not gonna make little garment cards for
There.
every single piece of clothing you have.
Why not?
Well, I'm a whale. I probably just bought mine from the cosmetic store.
There, I gave you a cloak. Enjoy. Oh yeah, I should promote. There we go.
Yay.
Look, if he wants to randomly fill a garment slot, that's up to him.
I'm already wearing the amulet, does nothing. I mean, might as well just fill them up.
Belt to be in the
Oh,
party.
yeah, belt.
Yeah, that's a good point. That name is not aged well.
Let's see.
Oh man, did you see the comment where we asked what I think our outfits would all be, and for Riley I said you'd be like one of those fantasy tropes that has like 100 belts.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what I'm talking about, the characters that have like 3 belts along their waist, like 2 belts over their shoulder, belts around like their like 1 leg and 1 arm.
I don't know what you're implying, Kyrio, but I don't like it.
Oh, can I ask, by the way, all this berry juice, did we store this or something?
We have not picked it up yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh dude, we should go and grab some of that so we can make snow cones. Actually, Ralph is gonna say that. We should grab... Okay, what?
No, go ahead, go ahead.
We should grab some of the berry juice first, so that when we get there, we can make snow cones.
You don't really need to have as many
Um,
healing items as normal.
I'm gonna go with Kyrio. I think you all picked those up. We just left them there because there's nowhere to really put them. They're just in your storage.
We need a
What?
storage section.
Where's
there.
our storage?
We don't have a...
What?
The house. We have a storage room.
Basement!
No, I mean practically. Where's our storage? Like, do I need to make a bag? Is what I'm asking.
Probably,
Oh,
yes.
well, I mean, you can, but you do not need to.
All right, give me a sec. I mean, continue onwards, but I'm gonna do a thing. There will be a bag shortly. Get the item. If we're deleting the items anyways, I'll just put it in the bag. It's all good. Just give me
We
a sec.
shouldn't need as many healing items because I'm capable of healing now. We don't need to go as insane with healing as we did before.
Yeah, I just want a snow cone.
You're not gonna be wasting our healing items on snow cones.
Okay, you got it.
As
What the
a
fuck was that?
reminder, healing costs will.
Yeah?
Here's barking. Hold on.
Healing costs? I got 5 will.
If I recall, a basic heal heals 1.
Basic heal heals up to half. It's based on dice
Oh.
roll.
Ah,
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes. So I guess I can heal up to 3 with you guys.
All right, I need to.
And 3.5 if you're broke. I'm not sure that's gonna go
in
up
any
or down.
case, what I am hearing is that you all are... Is there such a thing as chip healing? Yes.
The least I'll heal is 1, even if I roll fucking awful. As long as I succeed in actually pulling off the move, you'll heal at least 1. At most, you'll heal 3 if I roll really good.
I know I changed states on an item, or removed states, I forget. I was making a copy of this because it was a quick way of doing it, but I forgot how to do that. Shoot. You know, I'll just do it a different way. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm just saying, I could heal upwards of 15 health. That's nothing to scoff at, considering that all of those things there heal
24 if you used all of them. Riley's a renewable healing resource now.
That said, it's sounding an awful lot like you guys are deciding to go to the north.
Northwest Passage, yeah.
So you're heading towards Zeal's place.
I guess.
I thought I could make that a bag, but I apparently made a mistake. Alright. Sorry about it.
Hey, I was saying hello to my aunt. She just got home.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Excellent.
How the hell do I make a bag?
I just love planning these team trips. Oh yeah, animation and stuff.
How did I... I'm just annoying myself, because remember... See this thing up here? Dungeon icons? That's a bag. I don't remember how the fuck I made that. I just don't remember.
And while we're there, we can make snow angels and snow Pokemon. Oh yeah, these could be cool.
When in doubt, copy an object.
Sounds like top priority is the ice type, Orc says. Hot Dog and Liz have leave to stay behind. Lizard, you're in charge. Sorry. Lizard, you'll be in charge, so just make sure the place doesn't burn down, he says with a grin.
We'll be very upset with you if it does.
Lizard huffs, giving Ralph and then Brooke a bit of a look. We're not that untrustworthy, are we?
Yeah, you're really cool.
I trust you more than I trust Ralph.
Lizard cracks a smile. You don't count.
Do you think it's wrong? We left Ralph alone in the house. He'd blow it up.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, maybe I'd throw a party, but...
Riley's just gonna make a set of an "I told you so" gesture into the air.
I'd be more concerned if you left Zeal in charge.
Yeah,
It'll be
no,
fine.
that's never happening.
So, what's going on here?
Since I felt how to make a custom bag, I copied the existing bag and ripped everything out of it and threw it away. To simplify the explanation. Let's see. Anyways, this is a working... There. There. Put that somewhere, I guess.
Put it next to the picture of the house.
Okay. That wasn't... Well, okay, I guess we can just keep it there for now.
Put it under the picture of the house then or something. Goes out of the way.
Okay. Might as well just lock this, too. There we go. There! Solution.
Very nice. So are they actually root salves, or are they actually berry juices?
They are... I believe these are root salves.
They have the name Root Salve, but the card is Berry Juice.
Yeah, they are root salves. I specifically named them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just have the same effect.
Oh, right. It's the Berry Juice is just the original token. Okay. They have the same effect, though.
Yeah, instead of liquefying berries, you've liquefied roots.
And it works.
Well, that doesn't make a good snow cone, so you don't have to worry about Ralph taking one.
Well, okay, so did Ralph just get completely shot down, though? About grabbing some?
I'm just saying you shouldn't waste them on snow cones.
To be fair, what are they roots of again?
Do you remember when Old Man Mudbray gave you the root? It was given to the Florges sisters to make salves.
Oh, I do. I'm just trying to remember the source of the root so I knew what the flavor of it was.
bitter.
Yeah,
Very
I was gonna
bitter.
say that's gonna be a terrible snow cone. Medicine flavor snow cone, my favorite.
Yeah, it's a salve. It's not meant to be consumed. If Ralph wants to use it like a topping, that's on him, but it's not gonna be great.
Actually, it might be useful to have healing. Well, like, memes aside, like, as a legitimate... That's two stacked on top
Tucker
of each
will
other.
collect that
There we
thought for you because he wanted to say something. Also, what'd you do? Oh. Regardless, can we assume that these are getting picked up?
The salves, they had already been picked up.
Okay.
go.
Though Tucker will obviously find Ralph's ideas sort of horrendous, snow cones with bitter roots, after all. He will nonetheless agree and tell Riley, well, it's good that you can do healing, but, well, we should try to spread out our abilities as much as possible, and not just rely on one person. He gives the Riolu a slightly knowing look, as if reminding him of a certain conversation they had recently. After all, it's not just about one person and what they can do. So let's grab some just to be safe.
I can't really argue that, can I?
So I do have one other thing that I can make a snow cone with.
Unless Brooke is controlling who takes what out of the storage, Tucker will probably grab 2.
Alright, we've decided our course of action. If you need to get anything to prep, you've got an hour to do so before we head off, the Crocodile says, all official-like. So, let's mosey. So basically get whatever you want.
Aye, Captain.
Also, I'm betting Burke feels super awkward having said that last line.
Let's mosey! That sounds such a confident, into adventure mode line. Let's mosey!
Brooke, you were doing so well until like the last word.
Is there any way for any maps to be procured, though? I wasn't quite sure with that. I heard that we had an atlas, but it doesn't have the plains continent.
God, please read that line with a slightly defeated tone of voice. Oh,
I couldn't think of anything cool that rhymed with Team Cheer. Brooke grumbles.
Well, if we've only got our ducks in a row, Riley's got an errand he wants to run
We'll workshop.
real quick.
Okay. Team Cheer will travel there and here. That's a rhyme.
That's just poor grammar.
You guys will figure out something. Not that Team Cheer necessarily needs a motto.
So what was it, Car? We have a map of the world, but it doesn't have the plains continent, so it's not really useful for us. If
It doesn't have the specifics of the plains continent. It has the continent itself, but there's not really a whole lot to it. It is not up to date.
I think the pretty easy way to find a mountain is go north, and when we see a mountain, go that way.
Is there...
There are several mountain-like objects that you all have seen during your travels.
It's not only a matter of finding the right mountain, but also it's a fucking mountain, baby. Tucker is concerned about finding somebody that lives in the area because even once they find the right mountain, that's a lot of mountain to search, and it might be good to pinpoint where this wrongdoer was last seen if anybody's in the area.
Yeah, because if they've escaped, then we need to know to which mountain they've escaped.
So the question is that area popular or not? Because as Tucker has seen himself, even very wild areas have settlements like the Lions. So, yeah, is everybody up there, basically, is his thought pattern. And it's clear that, Savon Town and the Pioneering Club clearly seek to outreach to groups like, the Lions. And build relations. So is there any relations that were built up there, or is that a no man's land where it's just wild Pokemon? Like, that's a good question. But Tucker has 1 hour to figure out a solution to that. And Beerus is being a dork with rhyme suggestions for Team Cheer.
Yeah, I'm not going to help.
Team Cheer's path will never veer. That's reaching a bit, actually.
Anyway, if we're going off to go get ourselves ready, I want to go find the bard.
Tucker will actually go back to Pangoro with his time. Because if anybody knows of any sort of Pokemon that live up there, it probably would be Pangoro, since he runs things around here.
I mean, this is true.
What about the rest of you?
Don't all jump up at once, Jesus.
I'm trying to be efficient here.
Burke is hanging in the clubhouse for now, which is
He's
fine.
gonna get a 1 hour long official nap.
I mean, he's allowed to. He's team leader.
Yeah. Official naps at the desk.
He's got a lot of hard leadering to do after that hour, so.
Yeah, he's gonna mentally prepare himself for being team lead with Riley around again. Could take at least an hour.
Actually, a good point, because this is the first mission with Riley back fully. So. Actually, I'm kind of curious, how many, if any, the roots did everybody grab? Let's see. So Tucker has 2. And Brooke has 1, but he also has some other stuff. Tucker has an Oranberry, aside from that. Oh, he's going to leave his uniform back. There's no point in bringing that along.
You could put that in the storage instead of leaving it up there.
True. Oh, yeah, and I just remembered. Thanks for reminding me by accident. But let's see. So, what did the spreadsheet say about this one? Oh, yeah, okay. Before...
Is in charge?
He's got a bit to do in that hour, but before he heads off to talk to Pangoro real fast and try to get maybe a map and some additional information, he will first go over to... Well, I guess he'll go talk to Lizard, because Lizard's the ones... Well, actually, Lizard and Hot Dog are staying behind, but technically, according to the spreadsheet, Lizard is going to run things here for right now, so he's going to go talk to Lizard about the egg, and either him or Hot Dog keeping an eye on it while they're gone. Lizard has seniority. Exactly.
Lizard will agree to take care of the egg. It doesn't seem terribly difficult to do.
Tucker, being slightly dorky without realizing it, also goes and grabs the blanket he's been constantly wrapping it up in, and basically indicating that that's the egg's favorite blanket.
That is adorable.
So let's see here. Back to what I was checking. So, did Ralph grab any? He grabbed 1.
Yes. Ralph
I
grabbed
wonder
one.
if he will make a snow cone out of that when nobody's looking.
And Riley has one.
But also, yeah, I'll put the uniform in storage. There we go.
Probably not with the root solved, no. But maybe with the cactus tears. Cactus tears snow cone.
That could work. I can't remember the flavor of the cactus juice, though.
How hard could it be?
Alcohol
Lizard
flavor.
asks, not realizing it'll hatch while we're gone. I mean, there's no guarantee of that.
I would trust Liz with a small child anyway, to be fair.
Lizard would have no idea what to do with a small child. They would have a panic attack.
I trust Liz.
Tucker advises, just treat it like you treated Riley while Riley was checked out.
Is Riley still within earshot of that?
Yes.
If any child comes out of that egg, I swear to God, if it's anything like me, we should all run for the hills.
You say that, Riley, but you're actually very sweet.
Riley will look away and blush.
Before he looks away, he will see Tucker heartily nod to that statement.
Oh my God. Riley will embarrassingly rush away.
Arms crossed and a harumphumpture.
Nope, just embarrassed.
Oh, cute.
Getting out of eyes, a lot of sight.
A lot of, not just getting out of eyesight, get out of a lot of sight. All the sight, in fact.
Shut the fuck up, Brooke.
Adorable. Brooke grins.
It's bullying.
I like how I was like, what's cactus juice's flavor? And somebody said hallucinogenic. Guys, hallucinogenic is not a flavor.
It might be.
Maybe it is, I don't know.
It's
It is while you hallucinate. I mean, I guess I can't argue that. Alright, let's see.
it's
What is-
alcohol flavor.
Okay, what is Ralph doing during the hour?
Let's see. I guess he fetches the thing.
If he's got no plans, he could jaunt off with Tucker to talk to Pangoro if he's got any questions for Pangoro as well.
I'm gonna go to Pango Dango. I'm gonna get my map back so we can have it in our base.
Wait, there's a map?
Yeah, I made a map.
Oh.
I sketched us a detailed map of the Plains continent. Well,
Oh.
it's detailed.
Oh, that's right. Well, in that case, Tucker would totally encourage Ralph to come along.
That
and
is
grab
why the hand-drawn map is over here.
Right, okay. Yeah, Tucker would want that picked up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go next door, which is like right up here. I'm gonna go inside. And I'm gonna knock on the door.
So, Pangoro will answer.
Hey,
He will... Go on.
yeah, yeah, Pango Django. I know, like, I kinda only just gave it to you, like, when we got back from Sea Spray and all that. But I kinda want the map back so we can, like, have it with our base now that we have a base to, like, hang it. I hate to be that guy that, you know, takes the gift back that I gave the club, but, you know, I can always make another one later.
Well, while Ralph has been rambling, Pangoro has just shuffled to his desk, gotten the map out, and brought it back.
Awesome. I knew you'd understand.
To break up the rambling as well, and to punctuate what the heck we're coming here for exactly, Tucker will speak up and say, more specifically, we decided to go after that ice type. So the map would probably be very useful. Also, is there anyone out there that we could touch base with and see if they know anything?
Anyone out there? As in, another team of pioneers?
Or any other settlements, like the Lions?
Well... You might be able to touch base with the Snowruns. But that's way up north. Further north than the reports place this troublesome ice type. This is a bit odd of me to say, perhaps, but you'd have an easier time talking to Zeal's Pride. Or to the Knights, if they hear you out. You can almost feel the exasperation in his voice at the last suggestion.
Do you think the Pride would take Zio back now? You'd like, have we had him long enough?
I have asked so
Joey?
many times.
So is he like not different anymore, or what?
He's only been away for... I think it's been a month and a half. No. King Zeal believes that his son needs a much longer stay away before he's learned some humility.
Yeah, I'm sure King Zio does believe that he can be away for a next short time.
Unfortunately, I'm inclined to agree, no matter how aggravating it is to admit that.
Finger. See, I had this great idea. You see, so Team Gallant and the Knights, they want to challenge us to a duel or whatever. Now, my idea is we send Zio to do it. I like that idea.
Your idea is to send Zeal to do what?
to talk to Team Gallant, like on our behalf, since like Team Gallant wants to challenge us to a duel or whatever they want to do.
Tucker looks fairly bewildered that he's still going on about this.
Because it would be hilarious.
Tucker clearly doesn't understand what the heck Ralph is on about with this idea. And Tucker
just quirks an eyebrow.
We should make Joe do it. It would be great.
What makes you think that they would believe for 2 seconds that Zio is your representative?
Your friends. We'll like give him a sticker or something, and maybe a hidden camera.
And then Tucker grabs at Ralph's paw and gives a big ol' smile to Pangoro. Anyways, Mr. Pangoro, thank you for your time. We'll be on our way now.
Alright, yeah. Ralph just wants to create some chaos.
Okay then. If you're headed north, you may need some warmer clothing. Suffice to say, you're unlikely to find any of that here. But if you do end up going far enough north to encounter the Snowrunts, I happen to know that forest is reported to have Cincinnos in there. You might be able to persuade some to give up some of their fur.
Tucker would check the map. Does the map have any indication of the Snowrat settlement on it?
No.
Tucker would ask Pangoro if he could make a little mark where the settlement would be.
He does. And it is very much north. It is... So, there is markers for Aster Rock, for the Cave of Mirrors, for the Zeal Pride, and even with the crudely drawn map of where the gallantry is supposed to be in relation to the Zeal Pride Rock, this is almost to the northern tip of the continent.
Tucker will make a note, thinking about this. Well, it may be out of our way, but if we can't get that many leads on our own, we might have to make the trek anyways, just to get some more information. So thank you very much for this.
Not a problem.
Alright, road trip. Let's go.
It will take you some time to reach there on foot. It's unfortunate, but we don't have any flyers that can take teams that far. Or any flyers that can take teams at all. That said, if you are planning on a long-term trip, see if you can requisition rations from Blaze. If nothing else, he should be able to give you enough to keep you guys going for a few days before you need to resort to hunting.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think of that.
He pauses as he's about to shoo you both out of his office. Stay safe, and don't overextend yourselves so soon.
We would never overextend ourselves again.
If you need to stop and come back, we're not going anywhere. That's all I'm saying.
Tucker takes a moment to recount something else he also, some other advice he received a while back from Rise. He gives a very hearty nod. Don't worry. I've been told a few things about making sure that I only extend myself as far as I can. Safely do so. We'll make sure to come back if anything goes wrong. We've had enough close calls.
Pangoro nods and gently ushers you out of his office.
Okay, let's go pick up some rations.
This is wise that Tucker will agree. Though when Pangoro did make mention earlier of needing to resort to hunting after those rations run out, there was a very brief flash of a slightly wild look in Tucker's eyes as he considered that. Nothing harmful or dangerous or aggressive even, just natural.
Well, you head down, and when you explain yourselves to Blaze, he understands, and given the relatively limited resources that Savan has, he is able to give you guys enough rations for about 4 days, which will probably be enough to get you to the Zeal Pride Rock and a bit further without needing to hunt.
Also, there is something I was supposed to... There is a redemption, so... the redemption was... Ralph, please shut the fuck up.
So mean!
Who did that? Eragon, did you dream that?
No, not him.
What? Why?
He's so offended that you accused him.
Also, that wasn't Eragon that did that.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was Key Squid.
Oh, I forgot to mention, there is one new... This. Just to mention, there's a new emote, because this was brought up last time that we didn't have it. So yeah.
Well then. The hour is far too quickly up.
I didn't even get to confront the bard.
You fell. Moving on.
I failed.
Oh, well, I mean, if you wish to confront the bard, you may.
This will be quick. Where is he? Where's the spoony bard?
The spoony bard is probably somewhere in the... Well, he's at the bar. He is always at the bar.
He's always at the bar. It's like Tubby.
That's why bards are always at the bar. That's why they're one level away from bar.
Okay. Okay. I'm going... Is he awake, or is he still asleep?
No, he is very much awake. He is doing the music thing to pay for his food.
Is he like mid-song?
Not at the moment.
Okay. I'm going to approach this bard and get his attention. I will tap his size if necessary.
Oh gosh, give me a second to get into character.
Winding up Bud.
Ah, well then. What's this you've got with me, young pup?
Look, I just have one question.
And what would that be?
So you're a bard. Do you have any clue where I could get myself a guitar?
Here roundabouts.
Preferably, yes.
Well, have you tried the bazaar? He smirks, strumming along his chest.
I have not seen anything there.
Bizarre.
Well, in that case, maybe you could try getting one made.
And who would I go to get one made? I don't think there's an instrument maker around here.
Well, I'd be a pretty piss-poor bard if I didn't know how to make an instrument in a pinch.
Okay, how much is that going to cost me then?
Florence leans in with a big, friendly smile. Just an interesting story, and the materials to make it.
And the materials.
Why, you didn't expect me to just have them on hand, did you?
Kinda did, actually, yeah.
Ah, you're funny. Of course, I saw you fighting that scrap a few weeks ago. Knew you were scrappy at least.
I'll take that as the compliment I'm sure you meant it as. Alright, what kind of materials do you need then?
Leaning back against the bar, Florence allows his hand to fall into a jaunty side tilt. Let's see here. We need materials for the strings. I need something to carve up wood and wood. Preferably something that's least always a bit firm and flexible.
So probably not a tree that's been dead for a while, got it.
Nay, well, technically you could, but it'd be made in pieces.
And I'm going to assume that's not ideal.
It depends on how you want the instrument made. I know a lot of bards like theirs made wholesale. Something special about it. Ah, I'm my own instrument. Nothing terribly special about that.
Yes, because this seems to be quite the common thing.
Well, look, you can speak to me or Eldred about it. One of us is going to be more pleasant.
Well, I'll be sure to ask Eldred about it whenever I see one.
Well, if you're looking for wooden strings, the easiest place would be the wood to... Right, whereabouts is that wood that looks like home? Are you talking about the one that's to the north?
How convenient.
Which one? Rise rolls his eyes. There's several forests to the north. Florence. Whichever we named that one. Soundless Grove or whatever the heck its name is. Now, supposedly, a certain seamstress has made her home there. Since she's supposedly also one of those spidery types, you might be able to get some silk off her. Silken strings make for good tunes. And, considering there's some sort of ghastly pall over the wood there, might make for a right special instrument.
Right. Well, you better not go anywhere for a while.
Why would I? I happen to like it here. I've got friends here, and lots of interesting stories. Especially you and your friends. Quite an interesting tale you all are working up, it looks like.
Riley's eyes will narrow slightly at that. I'm not sure exactly how much you've been told, but believe me, it's far from the full picture, and it's probably honestly, you're probably not going to get the full picture, actually. Ever.
Well, your friend the Munchlax seems to think he fancies himself quite the bard. At least he's got a talent.
A lot of things.
Ha! Well, either rate, got the talent for exaggeration down. Told me the story about the creepy crawlies off on that island down south.
Something tells me he wasn't exaggerating that one enough.
Is that all you had to ask of me, Pop? Or did you have something to share?
No, I have nothing to share with you at the moment, especially since I need to hold on to one of them to actually get you to build this thing.
Clever, clever. But, let it never be said, I would take someone's tail for free.
Noted. I'll have a tale for you when I have the materials.
I'm sure it'll be quite the fanciful story.
Depending on what I decide to tell you, it might be one of a kind, too.
The best kind. The kind that you make stories and legends of, aye?
That may be the opposite of what I'd want to do. Right, Riley's going to back out of this conversation.
Florence tips his hat and begins strumming along and singing again. You get the distinct feeling that he's watching you when you leave.
Yeah, I bet. Creepy frog thing.
I love how it's like Florence, you know, he likes the idea of something being told flowery with, a lot of emotion and a lot of pomp. But and then we have Riley here just talking, who's the most deadpan person. This is like the combination.
Like fire and ice, really?
It's like if we beat up Zapdos, Florence would be like, "You had a legendary battle with the great beast Zapdos." I fought a bird. Would say Riley. I just fought a bird.
There's an electrified bird.
Just fought a bird.
Threw a rock at it. Fell down. That was it.
He'd be the worst bard. Riley the bard.
Straight to the point.
Ding, new side quest added.
And yet he wants a guitar, so I guess he's going to become a bard too.
Guitar made without music. Cool.
Look, I don't get to make quest names very often, dang it.
Oh, new ping? Oh, I see.
Next side quest, that one's very important. Alright, well, that's all the prep I wanted to do. I was totally expecting to lose all of my money, so I wasn't going to buy anything.
I think I would title it The Music from the Soundless Grove. I think that sounds kind of cool.
People were telling Rai to make an instrument out of Aura. He can
Oh, yeah.
barely make solid objects out of Aura, let alone something as complex as a goddamn instrument.
I am curious as to why Riley had an interest in this. This is very out of nowhere, I feel, but perhaps it will be figured out later.
Oh, the amount of things that you all don't know.
And the amount you revel in that, apparently.
Oh, yes.
Look, Eragon is also a DM. Of course he's going to be like this.
You don't want to know what my Axio character's backstory is like. I revel in nobody knowing that either.
Oh, actually, wait. If I recall...
I mean, this is actually a perfect time, Eragon, to have that art made available.
Oh.
Considering your last statement, the things that we don't know.
From what I looked up, Zill is actually coming along this mission too, so did somebody go tell him?
No. Just tell him he's going for a walk is all he needs.
I mean...
I am posting the requisite Twitter link in the Discord server. This will be some art for you. I put a content warning on it first.
Oh, is it appropriate time for art? Oh my, what's this? What?
It's always an appropriate time for art. The art itself, on the other hand.
I see. I see indeed. I'm gonna guess that will be posted later to fan content.
I can post it now on stream if you want.
Okay. Hold on a second, since you made it difficult for me by not giving me a raw image.
Okay, fine, hold on.
So, that said, unless there are further objections or things any of you want to do, the hour comes and goes with an almost unnatural swiftness. Blizzard is apprised of what they need to take care of, at least for the egg, and Hot Dog is generally okay with this arrangement. They do want to actually do things, but, you know...
It's cold up there.
Yeah, it's cold up there. At least this way they stay where it's warmer.
And they don't have to deal with Zeal.
That too! It also means that nobody is going to bother him when he's cooking food. Because apparently he's started to actually like it.
Oh god. You gotta offer to take him on a mission, like, nah, kitchen needs me.
Sure, these is...
Oh, he's sending the love letter to Deadeye.
That's how you call it. I hate Twitter.
During the hour, Brooke actually wrote and sent a letter, which will send to Car later for him to do with what he wants. Oh no.
It's a love letter for Deadeye. I am gonna be beating this horse forever.
I'm sure you will, which is probably only going to make it not happen all the more. Also not for Deadeye, apparently.
Alright, I'll throw it. I mean, throw it in fan content yourself, you lazy asshole, but I'll put it on stream, sure.
This is not arguing that it's a love letter.
Alright, here we go.
Just that it's not for Deadeye.
I'm pretty sure it's a professional letter.
This also reminds me that if anyone wants to draw a, well, random thing for this session. I don't have any art for the session, so. I mean, I could use this art, but I feel like it would kind of. Well, here, I'll just share it. Before I share it, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say the art you're about to share really is not appropriate for this session.
It's also not appropriate for thumbnails.
I know, but like, Eragon said I want to. Okay, whatever. Eragon said to share, and I was like, all right.
I do not confirm or deny that love is involved. Of course, because
What?
you want to keep us guessing.
I'll save it for a session where it is appropriate, so it'd be actually, because this doesn't fit the thumbnail whatsoever. You can share it on fan content if you want to, Eragon. It's up to you. It's a good picture, mind you.
Yeah, it's in there. Don't worry.
I mean, it's okay if there isn't special art for the thumbnail. We've been dealing with it.
I mean,
that
yeah,
for,
I
like,
don't
many
need
episodes,
to.
so.
Honestly, with all the thumbnail work I did before this, just earlier today, it's fine if I don't have a custom thumbnail. It's whatever. Maybe on the super custom, maybe.
Brooke makes and sends a letter. Shall I assume you will meet back up in your HQ?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Tucker will actually, like, find Brooke when he's back, because Brooke just rested there, right? He's just hanging out. Aside from writing a letter.
And if no one else has, Brooke tracks down Zeal to bring along. That's not terribly hard. Zeal is not difficult to find.
Maybe we should go get like some rope or something.
Should he have his scarf? Or will he be fine because he's fire?
Probably gonna be fine. It's Zeal.
He is fire, and he's a young child, and they're immune to hot and cold.
Oh, okay.
And injuries. As long as you don't draw attention to it, they're indestructible.
I can attest to this.
Tucker will take the proactive approach of explaining what Pangoro said about settlements and also giving Brooke the map.
Just imagining Zeal running around vibrating on caffeine. I'm invincible! Or like the chicken nugget Twitter whatever. I'm gonna fight the moon!
Just as soon as I swim
Black
there.
Knight from Monty Python. I'm invincible! You're a loony! I mean, that aside, are we ready to hit the metaphorical road? So I don't think there is a road.
Brooke may make a quip. Oh, okay, well that's a quip, I guess.
Fly me to the moon and let me kick its fucking ass. You may get the chance.
Kick it. I mean, there's no legendary Pokemon of the moon at this point, so we probably could literally kick the moon's ass. I even have a kicking-based move, in which to kick the moon's ass.
So what is the geographical organization? Basically, going north, we would first hit the lions, and then
Well,
the gallantry
that's-
is past that, or
North and west is the Zeal Pride.
Zilpride, yeah, more specifically.
And west and a little bit south from that is the Cave of Mirrors. And directly west from the Zeal Pride is Aster Rock. Once you would reach the Zeal Pride, if you go north and a little bit east, based on the little scribbly map that you have, is the Gallantry.
We could wave them by as we ignore them and
Well,
do something else.
here's the sad truth, though. Since we're going on a long trek, it might be good to stop by settlements, just to like maybe get a restock on something if they have anything they could sell us or such.
So,
Because we're going to be eating our rations all the way through, so...
yes. Based on how long it takes you to get to the Zeal Pride location, which is about 2.5 to 3 days, and the Gallantry is about half the distance, maybe. Again, scribbly map. Probably not correct.
Of course, one has to assume,
That-
one has to guess whether or not a place that is obviously occupied by a bunch of sword Pokemon have things like rations. And what those rations are.
I mean, that's
There
fair.
it goes. Isn't it just be the souls?
Eh?
Who knows?
Either way.
Ask a sword what it needs.
Either way, it will probably be... It's about half the distance that the Zeal Pride location is from Savan Town. And the dot on the Snowrant Village is like 4+ times the distance.
With the mountain in between.
Not in between.
Okay. We do need to design an actual map at some point.
Yes, we do. I know we haven't been doing it, but we've been busy.
Alright then, what is the mount between?
What do you mean mountain between? There is a forest.
Well, we were talking about mountains earlier. So I'm trying to get an idea of...
I wasn't sure why you were talking about mountains earlier because Pangoro didn't mention one.
Ah, fair. I think it was Riley that brought up the mountains in the first place.
Did I?
Yeah.
I mentioned that you guys have seen in the great distance there were mountain-like, you know...
I think we were bringing them up
locations.
because it's like, are these going to be in our way?
Oh, goodness, no.
Okay.
There's, like, no mountains in the middle of the continent unless you count Aster Rock, which is technically a plateau.
Because you don't want to go over a mountain generally unless you have to.
Well, fortunately for you guys, there aren't really any mountains in the middle of the continent, which is most of where your traversal zone is.
Good.
Excellent.
So how large of a range do we have to search in, then? That's a good question, too.
We'll
Yeah.
start out as a pretty big, and then we'll get smaller the more we figure out.
Pretty darn big, honestly. The
Yeah.
northern third of the continent, and this is just assuming that it's nearby, and in the lower section of that northern third is a fairly large swath.
Yeah, Tucker would be under the general idea of anytime there's anybody sentient to talk to, probably ask them about this issue and see if they can narrow our search range down. Otherwise, we'll be at this for months.
Yes. Because you guys don't have modern conveniences to save you.
And not that much debriefing, besides there's just a troublemaker somewhere, so...
He mentioned it offhand because he knew you guys already had things to do.
Oh, perfect. The one mission card's like, oh, they'll never do that. Perfect.
Well... Let's see what Leader thinks to do and such.
The leader thinks 2 bagels.
I agree. I think that'll solve the issue.
Can we go for 2 bagels with some lettuce? Maybe a tomato.
Also, the chat are wondering when we are going to stop tonight.
Mm.
That's what I said.
And I will say, I will not go for more than another hour.
Okay.
Because that's when I have to go to bed. I get up early.
Oh, yeah.
The
gotcha.
souls of the innocent. A bagel. No! 2 bagels.
Oh gosh, that.
That's what I thought you were referencing.
Also, I just plan
It's
on
my
walking north, letting the GM put things in front of me, says Kyrio.
So you are going to walk
Perfect.
directly north with no plan.
I just don't just walk directly north from, like, at least a Pride Rock.
Tucker would probably inquire if what Brooke's plan is involving, like, regarding... there's a map. What are we walking on the map? That's probably what he would ask Brooke, more or less. Then again, it is within Brooke's strategy to just kind of get going and see what happens, so...
Brooke just does not think we need to be too meticulous about that, and that's fine.
Alright.
Well, if that's what you all want to do, then it is so. Svantown does not have a north-facing gate, because the northernmost section is the orchard, and that is fenced in for obvious reasons. Gosh, you guys are going to make me want to make, like, a town map for Savantown.
Gosh.
Ugh. Directions. So, assuming you guys are leaving the west gate, which leads out to the Baked Plains, we should probably swap to the Baked Plains. Which I think is Dungeons 1? Yes. Number 2.
Number 2.
Yes, Kyrio. Ralph and Tucker got supplies for 4 days. Also, it's been a while since we had this music.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah, yeah, Ralph totally, like, divides up the... Or he lets everyone know, like, yo, we got rations. Like, makes it away.
Oh yeah. However they're divided is fine.
So, those of you paying attention, which is everybody but Zeal,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and roll Insight Survival Alert for me.
Perfect.
Okay, apparently that means Zeal and Riley.
I'm saying goodbye to Liz. And I'm
That's
thinking
fine.
about that. That's
Tucker.
where my brain power is at.
Tucker wins.
I still need to aware to shut up. Shut up, Kyrio.
I mean, Lizard is saying goodbye to Riley.
Yeah.
Lizard also has the egg.
Mhm.
So the egg can say goodbye to Tucker.
It just waves. Then one wonders how that happened.
I don't know, it could be like the Pukamuku in Snap.
Good.
But I'm pretty sure that would terrify you.
Probably a little bit.
Alright. So as you all are leaving and get further out into the Baked Plains and make your turn north, there's a rustling in the brittle, sun-dry grass. And an angry growl. A grumpy growl. And out stomps a snorting, rather scarred up Rhyhorn.
Oh, Jesus. It's back! I'm not paying attention. Oh boy.
I believe all party members at San Zeal would be aware of this Pokemon. I think we all encountered it a long time ago together.
I don't think you did, actually. I'm pretty sure it was just Riley getting his arm broken.
Oh, was it just
Those
Riley
people-
by himself?
It was just Riley. They got dragged back by Noibat.
Oh. Well, then, in that case, Tucker would not have any recollection of this Pokemon.
The one person who's met this thing before isn't even paying attention.
But Riley did tell about the Rhyhorn, I believe.
I honestly don't remember if I did. Maybe.
You all were kind of informed of Old Ironside.
He's a bit of a local... I mean, he's named, so he's like known locally. So.
A local curmudgeon, basically, is a good way to put it. Yeah. This was also when Riley was given the salve that set his arm.
First time his arm broke.
So yes, you all, aside from Riley and Zeal, who are not paying attention in the slightest, see this angry Rhyhorn staring all of you down.
Oh, yeah. Are you here to give it a ride? He doesn't say that out loud, but he just kind of mutters it.
Can I do an instinct roll? I have a thought.
Sure.
Okay, so let's see how this comes out if I just roll instinct by itself. Okay. That was, of course, when I have an idea, it's like mediocre. Though it may not be terribly effective, Tucker does kind of get into a bit of a frozen stance and gives a stare back while letting out a low growl. He's not particularly intimidated, but he does return the stare.
Rule number 1. Do not break eye contact.
And hopefully, I would also presume that Tucker doing some... I'll get the face. Oops, that's not it. I hit the map again. You can change it.
Hey, Riley. I think a friend of yours wants to say hi.
Riley finally paying attention.
Hey, Riley, this Rhyhorn's real familiar.
Oh, it's been a very long time since I've seen this guy.
There we go.
He's still looking pretty angry.
So, what do you think our odds would be now, Burkass?
To be fully honest with you, Brooke, I'm pretty sure I could take this guy on my own. There's 5 of us. This should not be hard.
Almost as if the Rhyhorn completely understands Riley. It snorts, and then turns around, and just does that thing that animals do where they shove dirt in your direction with their hind legs, and then starts to trundle off.
Oh yes, the classic. Yeah, I won't fuck with you, but also fuck you attitude.
And there we go. There he goes.
Look, I imagine Rhyhorn to be like giant armored badgers.
I could see that, or a bit of an ill-tempered rhino. You know, that too.
Well, considering Riley's track record with armored creatures, that was probably smart. But to just fuck off.
Alright, love the confidence. Glad to have you back, Riley. Brooke grins.
Riley will just make a small chuckle.
And then Zeal hops to the front of the group. Yeah, you better run, you dumb armored dummy. We would kick your butt. So,
Awkward stares at Zeal.
somebody roll me a Doom Die.
Oh god, it's gonna turn around. Alright, let's go. Yes.
And just then, it starts to rain.
Oh.
Oh. What? The weather was very... I was very unimpressed by Zill's blustering.
Congratulations, it's just like your first night as Pokemon.
It's raining and miserable. Great.
At least it's raining, so it's not as hot.
I have...
Line.
Well, this is nostalgic. At least it's not a blizzard. Yet.
Side eye over at Ralph.
Same side eye from Tucker. We are going north. You probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah. You say that like it's my fault.
It was your fault.
Just because I looked at the weather orb and caused it to activate.
So we broke another weather orb, and that's why it's raining now.
I have a question, Kai.
Yes.
Can Riley make like a little umbrella hat out of aura to keep himself somewhat dry?
I don't suppose you've invented an umbrella since we got here, Brookgrass Ralph?
It'd be
Which-
hilarious if after that Riley just has an umbrella.
Which,
As a matter of fact, pulls off his hat.
I mean, it seems a little silly for Brooke to want an umbrella, personally speaking.
I would think he'd be okay with this.
Okay, Riley, if you want to try and make yourself some cover.
Yeah.
Insight survival channel, please.
Ah, fuck. Terrible at this.
I was thinking about the fire type, who seems completely fine other than the fact that they don't have a main anymore.
Oh. Hey, look at that.
So, using the bone as a focal point. Whoa, is my hair out? Zeal probably.
I appreciate
No.
that reference, thank you.
I appreciate the reference, though.
Yeah.
But using the bone as a focal point, Riley, you concentrate the aura at one end and expand it out instead of over. And so you have what looks like a weird horizontal lollipop.
Oh, whatever, keeps me dry.
Yup. It's sure keeping you dry and silly as
Is, in our walking position, is Riley nearest to Tucker?
I mean, I think this current orientation is pretty accurate. So no.
Yes, the orientation of Riley being as far away from Ralph as possible is probably
Yeah,
accurate.
exactly. Yeah.
Darn, I had a wicked idea.
So this is why I was far away from you as possible.
Like because of wicked ideas. Okay, what's the wicked idea?
Quickly splash Tucker and then move away, and then Tucker shakes himself dry and wets the people around him, even if they have an umbrella.
But it's raining.
Also, that's me.
Yeah.
Why would you splash
Tucker's it's not going to be any more wet. Like, it's just that's necessary.
Tucker's got the
The
largest
idea
water retention.
isn't-
Don't splash him further.
The idea isn't to get Tucker wet, it's that Tucker does that dog shake thing, and it wets Riley even though Riley...
Wait, hold on. Ignoring your comment entirely. Now, hold on. Riley, low or high?
high.
Okay,
Why?
you win if high. Alright, got it. You win if high. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Tucker has the instinct to shake anyways because it's raining, but he does deign to do so because he is around people that will get the water. He holds back the instinct.
But it would be just Zeal and Ralph. Ralph's over here.
Do you know how much fluff that can be shaken? Shucking? I almost said.
You know how
Shuckled.
much crocodile I have between myself and you.
It is a lot of crocodile. Very, very chunk. Crocodile shield. Got it.
Yeah, water resistant.
That being said, Ralph would have gotten very splashed himself.
Oh yeah, it'd be soaked. It'd be hilarious. Yes, you are. You're like 8 inches taller and like 3 times as wide.
White boy. That's why crocodile's my favorite evolution. That's
Like, you're built like a brick wall.
That said, I'm assuming you all continue onward.
yes.
So, are you just heading directly north?
I thought we were headed more the direction of the Pride's Rock first, and then
I mean, it really depends on what Brooke is doing.
just follow Brooke, yeah.
Tucker would, like, vocalize his thoughts about what they should do, but ultimately, he would not be forcing anything or trying to push anything.
You know, guys, we need a traveling shanty.
Also,
If you
everybody,
s-
please remember to drink water. It is very hot.
Oh, my computer's
Team
cooled
here
down.
goes Mike. One by one, hurrah!
Ralph, if you even start with any of this, I'm going to come over there, knock your lights out, and drag you face down throughout the rest of this trip.
The Durants are marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The cast form starts singing as it floats overhead.
What?
It's his fault.
Alright, Ralph and the cast form will duet this.
Oh.
I mean, is the Pride amicable to hiring us for a night because we can either camp out or stop by for supplies? As far as you're aware, the Pride is very amicable to Team Cheer in general. Also, you have Zeal with you, which should be fine.
They might just kick us out if we have Zeal with us, to be fair.
No.
No, most likely they'd harbor us because we're actually taking the hassle off their hands. So, might as well help us out.
Don't tell Zeal we're going back to his house till we get there.
Hey, you think we'll meet that huntress who I sent flying?
For your sake, I hope not.
That was pretty fun. I taught her fly.
You taught yourself fly first.
Yeah, you know, I paid it forward.
You've been back and forth twice now. Hopefully we don't need Zeal to help find it.
Speak for yourself. Riley's been there once.
In all fairness, it's been a while, but it's also not difficult to get your bearings to go in that particular direction once Zeal points it out. If only because you've had a lot on your mind, so remembering the direction of where Zeal's home is a little difficult, especially when I'm pretty sure at some point or another you have tried to avoid thinking about anything Zeal.
That's your state of mind, really.
But just remembering it's northwest is helpful enough.
Right. While we're traveling in this direction, can Riley be keeping an eye out with his aura sense pretty much the entire freaking time?
Ken, are you hoping to find something?
I'm hoping I don't find it, but I want to be ready if I do.
Tucker, completely independently, does look a little bit wary once they head to the wild prairie section of the area.
We'll
A
also
general
avoid
sort of
traveling at night
wariness.
because
Yeah.
reasons. Yeah.
Avoid traveling. Oh, that's fair. That's reasonable.
I mean, it's a lot cooler at night, but
There we go.
yes, Wild Prairie is number 51 and would be good to move on to because it takes you all the better part of a day because for the most part it's been a little bit since you've traveled.
How long will the rain take to go away?
No, it's still raining.
Somebody flip a coin and call.
Like a bird call or like duck call
Okay.
maybe or
Burke is calling heads.
You know how to flip the coin?
I was gonna say, is this gonna sail the rim? Heads was called, heads was landed.
It is hard to flip these coins. Anyway,
I like spam R.
the rain breaks sometime after midday, though it's still cloudy all the way until it begins to get dark. Thankfully, there isn't terribly much around the Big Plains that's much of a threat for any of you. And if anything, for some reason, a lot of the Pokemon that are normally around here are avoiding you. This could be, of course, because you have a tall Croconaw just sort of following along everywhere with you guys, but considering nobody's saying why they're avoiding you, it's up to debate.
I mean, unless you want to go and catch one and interrogate them, I think it's going to be a mystery.
Assuming it's one of the ones that talks.
That's
A somewhat peaceful mystery, though. It's not exactly bad that we're being avoided by wild Pokemon.
Of course, it could also just be residual from the festival, so who's to say?
Or maybe they just know better than trying to punch the prince in the face.
I think that'd be a boon for a lot of them.
I mean, that's also fair. But it grows dark. So, are you setting up watches for when you decide to make camp?
Riley will take first watch. E.
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 Well, they would take all watches if we let them.
I
Probably.
mean, that's fair.
No.
Watch order. Watch order. How are we setting up?
Riley will take first watch.
Okay.
We'll wake somebody up at some point. They can continue watch, and Riley will get the requisite 3 hours of sleep.
Tucker will be relatively quiet during the wild prairie area, but when resting for the night, regardless of who's keeping watch, he might not sleep all that well and keep waking up and looking around. Though he will still get some sleep, so.
So Riley takes first watch, and Burke takes second. Do we have someone taking a third watch, or is it just the two?
I mean,
Yeah,
Riley's
take one.
first watch will probably be significantly longer than it's supposed to be.
So in other words, 2 watches will be
Ralph will
enough?
take one.
Okay.
Yeah, it may well be.
Well, I'm trying to hear Ralph. Is Ralph taking a watch?
Yeah. Yeah, I take one.
Okay. So we have Riley, Burke, and then Ralph. Okay. Riley, since it's your watch first, you get to make the Doom die.
Oh, sweet. Here we go. We're gonna be attacked by birds.
Yes, the well-known number of birds, 5.
5 birds.
5 birds. They just like
Five
they just
birds.
like the number 5. That's their favorite number.
That's like 5 gum.
It passes relatively uneventfully. You don't even see that ghastly you remember being around here.
It's the lanterns again.
And eventually, it comes time for you to wake up Brooke. Do you wake up Brooke on time?
No.
When do you wake up Brooke?
When Riley feels like he probably will just fall asleep at any moment and can't keep watching.
Cool, roll vitality.
Okay, sweet.
It's gonna be the whole night, isn't it?
It's kind of fuck. You always gotta fucking extend yourself.
No, I'm not.
No.
Not very long at all.
You try to extend yourself, but you've been getting,
Like, bugger all sleep for like a week.
well, 1, crap sleep, and B, sleep in a really decent place. So, yeah, your body's like, nope, no more of this. We already made the aura umbrella, you're going to bed.
Stop doing unnecessary self-pushing, Riley.
So you try to stay up, but it does not work out that well for you.
Okay. Well, groggily, I guess he'll go shake Brooke.
Brooke is awakened for their watch, and Riley collapses, unfortunately lizardless.
I'll see how much good sleep he gets this night. How many minutes we manage.
So now I require Brooke to make a doom roll. Good job, Brooke says, giving Riley a pet.
Small groan and thumbs up.
If Riley wants somebody to cuddle tonight, he can give Tucker a hug. Tucker may or may possibly be dry by now.
Is that a risk I'm... Oh, ooh.
Nice roll, Brooke. Brooke gets struck by lightning.
Oh no. That is a worse legendary bird for him to face, so...
Yeah.
During the night, Brooke, you hear what sounds like thunder.
Oh my god, he is gonna get struck by lightning.
This distant, rather rhythmic rumbling. Go ahead and make an insight survival alert check. By the way, I'm surprised how few of you have actually invested into alert.
I really should fix that with Tucker. But again, has to be experience-based, like life experience.
Yes, I know. I'm just giving you all a hard time because it's one of the most commonly asked for checks.
Don't worry, I've very wisely invested points in the very rarely called for athletics.
Good.
Anyway. As you squint in the dark, Brook, you see some flashes in the distance. Something is running along the plains or wild prairie. There's sparks, kind of like thunder and lightning when it's still in the cloud, when you look up at it. It's not coming towards you guys, but you can hear it, and it's certainly a bit unnerving for you, considering your typing and how there was a storm going not long ago. But otherwise, passes uneventfully. So is Brooke going to get Ralph up on time, or is Brooke going to take the rest of the watch?
Excellent.
Brooke goes to wake Ralph.
Ready? Now it's my turn to keep it safe.
Alright, Ralph. It's your turn. Roll the dice, Ralph.
Wrong dice?
Wrong dice! dice.
Oh my god.
That is
Why
that
am
was
I
in
the
fact
only competent watchman?
that was in fact the wrong die. I think.
He falls asleep instantly.
Or better yet, the hunters I sent fly last time.
Okay. Roll me another die, please.
And now we're determining severity of bad thing.
If it's a 6, does that mean it's
It's
just fucking supernova?
Well, you want to find out.
Oh my god! I was kidding!
That's what. Yeah, and remember, Kyrio was joking earlier. You don't joke, man. You don't fucking joke when you play D&D.
This is very serious!
Okay then.
The Shadow Scavenger leader just...
Let him have Ralph. Let Ralph have some fun with him.
So, Ralph,
What we got?
go ahead and make your insight survival alert.
This tone of voice.
That's not a good tone. I hate that, actually.
Alright. Alright, here we go.
Let's do this
Let's
really well,
detect
and
this
maybe you
thing
can
too.
salvage this. Okay, that was just kind of mediocre.
Mediocre!
Okay, let's see how well this goes.
Nice roll, Kai.
Actually, not bad at all. 4 out of 7, unfortunately for us. I mean, it could be worse, but
Should I lucky hat my detection?
oh, you want a lucky hat at your detection?
You might need that hat in a minute to not die.
Well, remember, the lucky hat is...
Combat focused, right?
Well, it's once per session.
Well, yeah.
If a combat gets initiated here, it's gonna happen next session. We do not have the time or energy for it tonight.
Then let him lucky hat, I guess.
I'm gonna. Do I detect this looming danger with 2?
No.
Oh, I know. Lucky hat, the Doom die. No.
Well, I want to face this.
It's a
from
failed
three.
roll. It's a failed roll. That Doom die is a failed roll. Counts.
No, I'm gonna keep that result because I'm intrigued. But I'm
Oh,
gonna.
Jesus.
I would not allow him to re-roll that far back.
But I thought about it briefly, but like, nah, this is too hilarious. We have to see where it goes.
Well, I kind of figured that guy would probably deny it. Huh?
But I am officially re-rolling Insight Survival Alert.
Oh, wow.
Yes!
Nice.
So, you're a bit drowsy. And I'm sure there's a pun there somewhere. And you blink for a minute, and you think you see something. And then you nearly nod off again. And then you jerk upright as you see the crouched figure of a Pyroar watching,
Ooh.
ready to pounce.
Oh.
Ooh, are we going by like lions in nature?
Yes.
Oh, I know what's happening.
So,
I know what's happening.
you...
We're gonna shake Brooke awake.
I was
Or
gonna
no.
s-
Actually, we're gonna get the whole team awake.
So, As
Right.
soon as you go to move, I may require you to make an evasion roll.
Yeah. Actually, I think Riley's the name I'm gonna call first. Like, Riley, and then I'll have to make an evasion roll. Because I know exactly what's happening and who's in the most danger. Based on if this is like how lions operate in the wild. Alright. Evasion. That's Dex. Dex fight evasion is evasion.
Yes.
Oh, I'd like to actually ask a question while he does his roll.
Yes.
As I noticed earlier, Tucker has been not sleeping perfectly. Is this the should I roll to see if he is currently easily awoken or not?
Yeah,
Alright.
roll to see if Tucker's woken himself up.
All right. Oh, you know
well-
what? Flip a coin, right?
Yeah, well, all of you can do an insight survival alert to see if Ralph has woken you up or not, because he's calling Riley's name. That's not exactly quiet.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, he's calling my name. Does that give me any bonuses for the poor sleeping Riolu?
You do not yet know.
Do I get a bonus because Tucker wants to sleep that well?
You need to do... Well, you can flip a... Well, first,
Oh, fucking
flip
hell,
a
I'm
coin.
awake.
Heads, you're already awake.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well.
No. Okay, now you do your roll.
Okay. Why is it always 2 for me when it comes to
It's the
interesting?
curse of 2.
Speak for yourselves with the curse. Look at me go.
Yeah, with the 6.
Of course, this has to happen during one of the moments where Tucker actually gets some sleep.
The one time he's asleep. Finally. I don't think Riley was asleep. Like it was perfect 4 on a perception there. Like, I think he was awake.
He just doesn't trust Ralph that much.
Well,
I think Zeal's asleep.
I rolled a 1 for
oh no, that wasn't for Zeal. You think Zeal sleeps?
I actually didn't want to.
Sleep mode. Power saver.
So, Ralph, you call out, and the lioness overshoots her pounce just by a bit. And all of you are awakened by this. Riley especially so. Riley is really awake. Brooke and Tucker are drowsy.
Yeah, Riley was definitely already awake.
The drowsy Tucker, not fully aware of what's going on, but aware that something is attacking, seems to immediately assume something very dramatic, which the rest of the party can probably assume what he's thinking, and is growling up a storm, even though he doesn't really know what he's focusing on right now. So a panicked, sleepy growling.
I'm gonna wait. I was thinking a male pyro. Is this a huntress, like a female pyro, or
This is a huntress.
okay? I'm slightly less panicked now, but I'm still.
You should probably be more panicked. Or you would be if you didn't know the pyros around here. And that's fine, Bert.
Yeah, to put it simply, Tucker is not aware of what it is right now. At least not immediately.
See, what popped into my head was, like we were describing it, like seeing another pyro looking at us, and then I asked, wait, do the pyros behave like lions in nature? When you said yes, I'm like, oh shit. I
But he
was
did say
thinking-
like 6 times that it was a female pyro, though.
Yeah, that was loaded.
Yeah.
That was-
Also, Tucker, as well as Riley at the moment, can you two give me another insight survival alert check? Please beat 3.
I don't know if.
No, I'm not gonna beat that now that you said
Oh
that.
fucking hell, yeah.
See?
Well, combined,
Combined, we have 3! But does that beat 3 if you get 3?
doesn't beat 3.
That's the
no.
thing. That doesn't beat it. Even if...
Yeah, there's 3 more, aren't there?
There's at least one more because it suddenly tackles Tucker.
Oh no!
No.
Is ambush... Wait, let me see. How much does this do?
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have some words with Zeal, like King Zeal, when we get over there. I swear to God.
wish I had that
that's the thing that worries me.
Damage pool, none.
Ralph will shout at Riley as the team's being tackled. Take Zeal! Take him far away!
Wait, you think these are usurpers? Interesting.
I think some of these are lines that were intended to eat the prince.
Yes, my thinking is that this is a rival pride intending to kill off the bloodline and take over the pride.
Okay, so
They
that's
don't even
that's
know
an
that we
idea.
have Prince Zeal.
Okay,
We
first
have
off-
a Pyro.
first off-
How do they know?
That's a concept.
Well,
Sure.
they kill in nature.
I know how lions work.
I also
They
know how
kill off
lions
all
work.
the
Here's
cubs.
here's
They
the
kill off all the cubs.
here's the more important question. Were we ever told by King Zil? Oh, by the way, there's a rival faction.
No.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because I was like, where is he getting this?
He's
You,
making some
sir, have
logical
watched too
leaps.
much Lion King.
It's like, oh, by the way, there's Scar Proxy over in this other area. Watch out for him.
There's a good Scar proxy like 10 feet away, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Tucker, unfortunately, you get pounced and semi-pinned by another one.
The fortunate thing is ambush doesn't do damage, at least, so I think.
No,
According-
they tackled you.
Oh, they tackle. Okay, the damage is applied. I think you said ambush.
That's why I originally had you doing an alert to see if it was successful in stealthing.
Oh, I see. Tackle. What's the damage then?
You only take 1 because it did a roll of 4.
Okay.
And your defense is amazing.
Yes, it is. And it. Wait, didn't I increase it recently? Oh wait, no, I was going to though. Was I going to? I feel like I was.
Defense
fighting it, maybe.
increases with vitality.
Yeah, I was gonna up my vite, maybe at some point. I was
I
thinking
think
that.
Invite's at max at the moment.
No, how dare you?
I think it might be.
Damn it.
In any case, yeah, that's a bit of a surprise. And now Ralph shouts about Zeal just as their mains light up, and Zeal is just sort of sitting there with his saucer eyes. He does that cat yawn with a tiny as part of it. Oh, hi guys, did you come by to visit while we're traveling? And the huntresses stop.
While they're hesitating, can I, like, rush over to the one that is, on top of Tucker?
I mean,
and, like,
Tucker is
boot them off.
Tucker is already, because he hasn't had time to process things, and has very much instinctual defenses over this area of the world. Certainly, he's already thrashing. Oh, hi, welcome back, Kyrio. What did you miss?
Things are happening.
I forgot. I didn't realize he'd be RP'd. My bad. Should we recap?
Lions.
Tucker got pounced by another huntress that was kind of hidden in the brush, because unfortunately Tucker does not have a reroll hat. And Ralph shouted something about taking Zeal far away, and the huntresses just stopped because they heard Zeal's name. And Riley is currently running over to one that is pinned Tucker, who is thrashing, and still has Tucker pinned.
Can I do like either a knockdown or like a counter grapple to get them off of Tucker and possibly suplex them into the floor?
I mean, yes, you can attempt to grapple them.
Tucker is doing a mix of whimpering and growling. He's really freaked out.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Princia?
6, 7, 8.
The prince is here.
Wow.
What are you doing out here, young lord? You're supposed to be... As Riley tackles the neck of the huntress and clings onto it. making her stumble and de-pin Tucker.
Okay, I'm going to promptly hop off and scoop up the Tucker and retreat to a more defensive position, not fucking with the line.
The briefly grappled huntress shakes her head, mildly bewildered by what just happened.
Tucker immediately scampers to the opposite side of everyone, the other side of the little camp area, whatever we made, and just turns and growls and has his fur raised up and is a mix of, well, panicky and feral, honestly, as he tries to examine the situation from, while not being next to anyone, so...
Oh yeah, we're on a super secret mission. We're going to head north and find this ice-type guy that's causing lots of trouble. And hey, why are you out here? You're really far.
Read the room, you little shit.
Like, Seal feels totally not threatened at all.
Yeah, they're his subjects, clearly.
This is really such a relief, you guys. See, I thought that you were coming to attack the prince because, like, you were the different pirates.
They both stare at Ralph like he's drunk an entire barrel of cactus juice.
God.
Like, I totally thought that's where this was going. But you gotta admire my prompt, quick, thinking to try and protect him.
We are the only tribe that is known prominently here. If there are others, they are in other lands. The one that got grappled dips her head in apology toward Ralph and Tucker. We apologize for impropriety. We were hunting. We did not see any markings around your place of rest.
Tucker...
If we had known the prince was with you, or who you are, we would have passed you by.
That's right, we're getting a name for ourselves. That's here, baby.
Tucker does start to
Represent.
collect himself.
Also read the room, Ralph.
God
For fuck's
damn
sake.
Just as good as the cat. Tucker does start to collect himself, and his instincts start to dial down as he catches his breath and realizes what is in front of him. Just about the same moment where he's given that apologetic bow. He still looks pretty upset, honestly, but he doesn't say anything. But he seems to be collecting himself. Oh, okay.
Brooke groggily stands up. Tucker, he says, beckoning him close. It's fine. Our mistake. We were trying not to draw too much attention. The huntresses nod in something that resembles approval. They understand not wanting to draw attention, as they managed to show you successfully. We will be sure to inform the others that you are traveling through our lands. Again, we are sorry for disturbing your rest. It is close to dawn, our Lord's domain. We will be returning soon. We might make a pit stop at the Rock, if you'd provide an escort, Mark says.
Just thought I typed not to interrupt.
Which is fine. Do you want me to do that, or would you like to?
Oh, I could say it out loud if I have a moment. But yeah, to Brooks statement towards him, he does indeed hesitate, then sigh and step over to Brooke. maybe gain a bit of cover by just, like, side nuzzling for a second and just, like, calming down. That's true. He acknowledges that, yeah, they were kind of a little bit on the down low, so it's an understandable mistake. Now that he seems aware of who, pounced him, he doesn't seem as bothered. The damage that was done doesn't seem to bother him much. It was more other concerns that are clearly evident in his expression, or were at least. He's clearly not scared of the Pyroars. That's not it.
We would be happy to provide escort to our young lord, if you are visiting our home. It would be easier to travel in a smaller group, but I am also not opposed. Awesome! Royal escort. Zeal has his head tilted up, looking all proud of himself.
Gotcha, so yeah, he is useful for some stuff.
Tucker doesn't seem to complain about it. He has probably had enough of spending the night out here.
I apologize for arriving unannounced, Burke says, before bowing to allow them to lead.
While this whole thing is happening, Riley is going to shuffle along over next to Tucker and heal pulse him.
Aw.
Aw, that's mildly unnecessary, but okay.
Ralph will be marching alongside Zeal like as if he's the prince too.
Well, I guess if you guys are all up for the day, you're gonna make good time.
Let's see how his roll does on this. Kind of curious. Yeah, that's
I am very good at healing, apparently.
My track record is fantastic with that move.
Quite honestly, a single bit of damage like that doesn't really bother Tucker that much. It's nothing more than a bruise, but he nonetheless does appreciate the healing. Not so much even for the recovery, but just simply the
gesture.
The gesture, the doting. It helps him calm down, to put it simply. He seems a bit apologetic himself if any of the group look at his expression. Perhaps feeling a bit bad of how he reacted.
Yeah, Ralph was a little bit embarrassed when it became clear that they weren't a threat.
Could have fooled us.
Ralph didn't help the situation for Tucker, because Ralph was himself panicked.
Yeah.
To be fair,
like Ralph overanalyzed the situation. This is a case where he was too smart for his own good, and his mind went wild. He overanalyzed the situation and went into full panic.
well, to be fair, for the most part, pioneers kind of go unmolested, and this is at the very edge of the wild prairie. It is unusual for them to be hunting out this far.
Oh, good. We got the part of the Lion King where food is scarce.
I never said that.
That was implied.
No, they're only out here because I rolled a 1 and a 6.
They may or may not have been tracking something else.
Is this another situation of mistaken Pucciano?
No.
No, I think they were just...
They were hunting a different Munchlax.
They were hunting something else.
It was a different Munchlax. That's my theory, and I'm sticking with it.
Oh no, it's evil...
There's an evil Munchlax
evil Ralph.
The plot twist. Ralph is the evil.
It's just Ralph with like a Spanish mustache.
I was gonna say evil Ralph and then spelled Ralph backwards, but that's practically unpronounceable. Hipleron. Or something like that. I don't know. Hiplar.
That's true, Kyrio, but in character, Riley doesn't care what they're hunting because hunting is what they do. Not exactly usually out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Goatee, Ralph with a little goatee. Skin.
I'm sure they would have figured it out eventually, since you all have the badges and stuff on you.
Before or after one of us got mauled, though, is the thing.
Probably after.
Yeah.
Tucker, though, does quickly understand because, I mean, he hunted with the prince. He knows that's their way. So, a mistake, certainly. One that freaked him the fuck out, yeah, but he gets it.
But, for the most part, you guys end up getting a, as Zeal put it, royal escort for the rest of the day. And you make good time since you got up a bit early.
Great. Feel bad for Rowley and Brooke. They also probably did not get much sleep because they were interrupted.
Though you notice, interestingly enough, as it begins to get dark, the huntresses douse their flames, such that their manes and tails do not glow.
Stealthy.
Zeal, of course, does not follow this measure, because Zeal is oblivious. This is also not a measure that you saw previously.
Stealth mode, interesting.
They were not stealthy before at night, but now they are.
Indeed. Though, at least they also have a care to stop during whenever you guys decide to take a rest during the day. But when it comes to night, whenever you all decide to settle down, they take their leave. Not necessarily permanently, but they do excuse themselves.
Gotta do some hunting for realsies this time.
For one thing or another, apparently. Perhaps the king could be asked about what's going on.
You could. That said, it's about 11, and we need to stop because some of us need to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, this is later than normal for us.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that was my fault.
It is alright. Everybody get 2. For experience, I mean.
For dice rolls too, apparently, a lot of times.
Alright.
But 2. Wait, nope, that was wrong. I knew what there.
No, you may not, Brooke.
What do you even want 60 for?
Let's see.
I think
Is that for superpower?
Chip away or no, not chip away. Superpower.
Was superpower, I did remember.
Yeah, you already have chip away. What am I talking about?
Well, I should mention, Mr. DM, after you left last night, I purchased stockpile.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh,
He did do that.
I did not notice that.
He did do that, actually, yeah. I was there. I watched him do it. And I watched him spend the right amount.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, now all you need is, like, spit up or whatever that move is that the Leap and Cradilly have, and you can stockpile and then spit up.
There has been a great bit of discussion about me synergizing with his Snatch, too, in the future.
Yeah. Or stockpile swallow. I'd probably go with stockpile swallow.
We
Yeah,
before I went
technically
with-
engaged in combat.
We did, technically. Also,
Yeah, there's my lucky egg bonus.
Tubby, we discussed last end of session, we discussed the idea of Tucker possibly even getting an instinct point, getting a bunch of new moves unlocked, and then he could synergize with your Snatch with that one thing. What was it again? Oh yeah, how do I always forget the fucking name of this move? It's the one that confuses opponents but gives them a bunch of attack.
Swagger.
Thank you. That would be a strong synergy for Ralph.
It's even here on your character sheet notes.
Oh yeah? There it is.
It's right under Shadow Sneak.
So there's two ways I can get Swagger. I can buy it, or I can get an instinct point. The instinct point's more expensive, but holy shit, the moves I get. I mean, they're not amazing, but holy shit, the variety. There's quite a few moves if I get a single instinct point.
Also, you can argue combat all you like, but there's no combat XP for this.
Oh, I see. He's wanting another experience point, right?
I know. Both Brooke and Riley want more XP. Go get dinner, Kyrio. I, however, am going to go to bed.
Good night to you, Karserus, and Kyrio, you have a good night too, bud.
Man, I'm going to bed too.
Thank you for the session, everyone, and I'm sorry that this may not have been terribly much of a session and stuff, but I hope it was good for all of you.
Yeah. Oh, Ralph, did you get experience?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I'm gonna save.
I'm thinking the Pokemon swells up by storing power in its mouth.
You want
And
the
then
other?
he swallows that power. I wonder if that could be a viable solution to becoming a Snorlax.
I mean, I don't see any reason why you couldn't figure that out. Considering all that's really done when you consume food is it's turned into caloric energy.
Yeah, so if I could use Stockpile to just sort of draw that from however Stockpile works for magical Pokemon move energy.
I mean, yeah. I feel like photosynthesis would work better for that, but if you just use Stockpile, it would probably function kind of like that.
Honestly, Stockpile and Swallow are pretty handy, at least in this set, because I like the idea of just permanent special defense boost, at least for a little while. And then if you don't want that anymore, you want some attack power, then Swallow it. It's very utilitarian, those two moves.
It also synergizes well with Ralph's aspect move that I still need to find a way to give to him.
Honestly, Stockpile is kind of a big deal. Just one special defense and one defense at the same time. That's just a general improvement of your defenses, which is really nice. I mean, I know chip damage is always going to be chip damage, but still, it would increase the chances of chip damage, which would definitely increase longevity.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Car. And good night, Erica, and I'll give you a hug in a bit.
Wow.
Yeah. And I guess it's just me and you, Tubby. But I'm going to end the YouTube video, too, because there's not much else to do here. We're going to pretty much... You're done, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, I think I'm done, too. I haven't bought anything. Maybe into next session I might buy, so I don't know. We'll think about it. But yeah. Sorry it was a shorter session. Things have been a little off-kilter. Going over some of that tomorrow in my announcements on my Discord, but as well as the one that I announced today on my Discord. So, but yeah, that was nonetheless session 62. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for session 63. And of course, come by on Friday if you want some more stream aside from Pokerole, because I do that too. Anyways, you guys have a good night.